Danganronpa.
Alright. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds.
Who's there?
The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Oh? What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Kyoko slithered out into the hallway.
What do you want?
What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. Huh?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me more? Can you tell me about it? I admit it, I did get the note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept that. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? You need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How do you know that?
Could it be?
Whoa, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened within you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself she wanted to ask Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I'm gonna be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura.
You got it all wrong.
No way! I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro is feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big, goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something clutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Ah! Quickly as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash. I forgot to throw it out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but it was, there's no way that they're, oh bless, I'm zoning out. There's no way that's all that there was to it. Pocket trash. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to go look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Well, we're gonna head to the chem lab, actually. Yeah, it looks like Byakuya's already at the chem lab.
What?
Makoto. Makoto. You even you have your eyes on the chem lab too. Just make sure you don't get in. Yeah. Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think. Oh my god. I think what you mean to say is, yes, sir, I understand. No, you're not getting gratified. You're not getting gratification for that. This isn't the first time seeing this shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like three shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. More importantly, right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There are footprints, and they're only on and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do those footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop, chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me?
See.
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business to the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, did whatever they had to, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these footprints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are... just realized I slipped down. Then these prints are a real valuable clue. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. This is where all the powder came from. Looks like the bottle. Yeah. Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Cam C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right. It could only have been done around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder. On this shelf is one look, and I can tell this is nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. Oh, they're reagents. Put simply, they're used to experiment. They're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no particular application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait. There's a bottle in there that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it in there on accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Oh my god. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten a protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem lab shelf. First, I have to check out this area. Oh, powder itself. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the print, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, powder would have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints in the powder. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room. We're going back down to the wreck.
Hey,
So Makoto's, how's your investigation going? Tokyo, what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
I see. So I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying?
Anyway.
Yeah, you already knew that, because you figured Hiro was suspicious. Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the left shelf of the magazine. Sakura's body, the left shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You do well to look them over one more time. Alright. I'm gonna check the shelf first. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
Hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. Pick up the inverted magazine and flip it through it. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bloody letters, and it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
however,
But but just to be clear, I'm not going. Oh my gosh! Hang on. Ah. But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly how I found it, for the benefit of the others. For the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, this is Toko, right? Yeah, looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. Magazine dying message. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Give me a sec, I'm gonna stick my chair up a little more. There we go. I'm sure that's much better. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new.
hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it. Correlation. Hey, Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is?
so,
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion, so that everyone can have confidence in their outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottles have been updated.
Hey,
Actually, there's one more thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm. To confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
anyway,
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like this?
that doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And the obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So, what kind of experiment are we doing?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It's to make sense It'll make sense when we're done.
listen,
First, let's compare the weight of let's compare the weight of two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's
in
balanced,
other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figure inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces that you picked up on this side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out, or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to collect them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Okay then, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What?
In other words,
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
hey,
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment. According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's
just
body.
a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure out anything else. Well, yeah, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body?
whew,
There's no going around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. There you go. It's the kind of thing I've grown. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
Yeah, that's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey,
More importantly, look here. The shoes.
correct.
See that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yellow powder.
Hey,
Next is the wound on her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just
It
explain.
would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows?
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both her hands are spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I meant. That's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Bing dong, bing bong. There we go.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No matter what happens, I have to make something happen. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. Then, the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery?
What?
What the... Oh, I've just been recently discovering the power of oh my gosh. Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of, emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns it positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you have 100 friends. He's right. He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, oh my gosh. Please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. That person is here. That person is one of us.
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me.
What the heck?
Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you?
What the heck?
How can you just stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat?
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. The culprit is one of us. No, make no mistake about that. Come on, it's time to put it to an end. It's time to... Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and then, as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? It's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault. You say that like it's not your fault. We're all like that. We're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? Will you, you know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial.